do this in small chunks. So what I'll have to do is put this on a thumb drive and I'll give it to you when I see you. So let me go in and show you my grade book. And grade book is still the thing that I am least comfortable with. But to go into any of your settings that you want to do, you go into administration. You can edit your settings. And in fact, when you first go in, you'll have to actually turn the course on through your edit settings. I don't think I can show you that because it's already on. It'll look something like this. You just have to make sure the dates line up for when the course is being offered. And then you would hit save and display, and that should activate the course so students can see it. But if I want to go into my grade book, you go into gradebook setup. And you can see I've already got some of it in here, where every time you create an assignment, it automatically, like a discussion forum or a Turnitin assignment, it automatically goes here. And then you tell it what you want it to weigh depending on your syllabus. So that's real simple. What the maximum point is, because I'm using points. And then if you had, editing just means you can go in and change some of the stuff that you just put in, but if you do it right the first time, you don't even need to worry about that. And then that would allow you to grade it. Now you can see, oops, hold on, different views of it, but really the view you want is gradebook setup. All right, now you can also, when you go in here, go into grade reports. All right, and that'll show you if you want to like find out how many students have accessed certain things. I don't get that detailed because honestly, there are students that aren't that many in these classes, so it's just as easy for me to go to this view, which is just the basic view, and it'll tell me who's been in. I can click on the assignment, and it'll give me more information. So like this will tell me like how many, when was the last time they looked at this first week discussion, things like that. So that's all that I do in terms of the views that I look at for the most part. Now, you can, because I'm in a forum, if you're in a specific aspect of it, you do get different menus. So you can change assigned roles. You shouldn't have to do that. You can do advanced grading though, and that's what I want to show you because that's where you add your rubric. Now hopefully I'm just going to be pushing this course to you and you're just going to be making changes to have it match your particular class. And so this rubric should already be here, and that's the rubric that we use for the university. If not, I will come in and actually show you how to do it. But basically, if this was not here, you could it'll say add like a rubric, and you can add it in, type it in. Once you have done one, you can always import it into your next class, so it's pretty simple. The one thing that I do, so that's the advanced grading. That's where you're going to define and enter your rubric. But I want to back out of that now. So just go back out to my main course shell. Okay, I do not do this as well as Marianne, by the way, just in terms of this training. But let's say I wanted to look at the paper that they turned in, their first paper. So I need to get down to one of my Turnitin assignments. So here we go. This was their first paper. And you're going to want to be grading this as a Turnitin assignment. So you go to the submissions inbox. That'll tell you show you all the different papers that have been turned in. Obviously I have 2 students that ended up dropping, so that's why there's none there. And you can go to there, click on it, and it'll bring you, it takes a second because you're going outside of Joule into the Turnitin aspect. So let's give it a second here. And this will take you into their actual paper. Over here on the side is what's going to determine what you're looking at. So right now I'm in the grading mode. All right, so I can do quick comments, I can do voice comments, I can do text comments at the very end. So this is what I do. You can make comments. If you click on here, you can do text comments, things like that. And then this is my rubric. And so, you have to have built this into it. And then once you build the rubric, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, then it'll come up here and you just tell it how many points you want, and it'll show you what each of those references. Now, if you get into the matching, this is where it's going to tell you how much matches what. Obviously, in a law paper, a lot of it's just matching up to cases that have been, that they're referencing, and that was fine. So that all looked good for me. So once you build the rubric, it's really super simple to do grading in Joule. So let me try to get back to where you enter the rubric, and that's what I got to remember, because that's already in there, and I'm trying to remember if it shows me how to do this. Yeah, it keeps wanting to just jump to where I've already got it in. So I may have to, Adrian, once, if this doesn't just push to you and you need to use a different rubric, we need to enter a rubric, I'll just have to like you can come by one time and I can show you how to do it. But like I said, if I just push this class to you, it'll already exist. Because I don't know if it's going to let me show you how to do, well, here, okay, so questions, rubrics, does that get me to this section? No, that's just the Q&A. Never mind. That's not helpful. All right, so if I push it to you, it should be there. When you're done, you can always just click back into your main section here. But yeah, so this is your Turnitin administration. Settings that'll come up once you get into the Turnitin file. See if I can do it if I go edit settings. Now, Turnitin's weird because you're doing part of it in Turnitin and part of it in Joule. So yeah, if it doesn't come up with the rubric for you, I'll just have to come in and show you how to do it one day. But like I said, I think she said that I can just push this class to you and it'll already be there. So that's the real basics. I can show you more as you get into it once you get your course shell built. Sorry, I'm just trying to play around so I can get to where it lets me build the rubric again, but it's not letting me because it's being annoying. Let's wait, maybe that's it. No, okay, never mind. All right, so that's the very basics. I'll give this to you when I see you, and then once you have a chance to look at it, we can go through and get you, once you get into your class, make sure everything looks good.